The morning sun was just beginning to rise above the sleepy town of Maplewood, painting the streets in soft light as the world slowly stirred awake. On the side of a quiet suburban road, a woman sat alone on a weathered bench near a bus stop, her head bowed low, her trembling hands clutching her belly as if protecting the fragile life within. Her clothes were neat but faded, her eyes swollen from silent tears. She looked lost, not just in place, but in life itself. That was the moment when fate decided to cross her path with a man who still believed that kindness could change the world. If you believe that even one act of kindness can change a life forever, then please like, comment, share, and subscribe to Kindness Journal, the place where real stories of compassion still live. Ethan Cole was a 36-year-old mechanic who had lived his life quietly after losing his wife 2 years ago in a tragic accident. His days were spent repairing engines and his nights in silence, haunted by memories of laughter that no longer echoed in his home. He wasn't looking for anything, certainly not change, but life has a strange way of finding those who think they're done with it. That morning, while driving his old blue pickup to work, he noticed a woman sitting by the road. Something about her posture, the helplessness in it, made him slow down. She wasn't begging or asking for help. She just looked defeated. Ethan parked nearby and approached her cautiously. "Excuse me, are you all right?" he asked softly. The woman looked up, startled. Her name was Nora Jensen, 29 years old, 7 months pregnant, and carrying the heavy weight of a story she had never wanted to tell. She hesitated, unsure if she should trust a stranger, but exhaustion had stripped away her pride. "I'm fine," she whispered, even though her trembling voice said otherwise. Her bus hadn't come for hours, her phone battery was dead, and she had nowhere to go. Ethan offered to take her somewhere safe, a shelter, maybe a diner for breakfast, but she refused at first. Yet when her stomach growled loudly, she nodded silently. They drove in silence through the small town streets until Ethan stopped at a quiet diner. He ordered pancakes and orange juice for her, pretending not to notice the tears that slipped from her eyes as she took her first bite. It had been 2 days since she'd had a proper meal. Bit by bit, the truth began to unfold. Nora had come to Maplewood to escape. The father of her unborn child had abandoned her when she told him she was pregnant, and her family had turned their backs, calling her a mistake. She had tried to survive in another city, but had run out of money, strength, and hope. Now she was wandering aimlessly, searching for a reason not to give up. Ethan listened quietly, his heart heavy. He knew what it was like to lose everything. For the first time in a long while, he felt something stir inside him, empathy, the same force that had once defined him before grief had turned him cold. He couldn't let this woman face the world alone. After breakfast, he offered her a place to stay in his spare room until she could get back on her feet. She hesitated, but his sincerity disarmed her. He didn't ask questions, didn't judge, didn't pity. He simply cared. The next few days changed both of their lives in ways neither could have imagined. Ethan's small house, once quiet and lifeless, began to feel like a home again. Nora would sit by the window knitting tiny socks, her belly round and glowing with new life, while Ethan cooked breakfast or fixed small things around the house just to keep busy. They rarely spoke about their pasts, but their silence was peaceful. Slowly they began to heal, not through words, but through small acts of kindness. One afternoon, Ethan returned home to find Nora struggling to lift a heavy box from the porch. "Hey, you shouldn't be doing that," he said, hurrying to help. She smiled shyly. "I was just trying to clean up a bit. You've done enough for me already." But Ethan shook his head. "No, Nora, you being safe here, that's enough for me." The days passed softly like that, filled with quiet gratitude and unspoken understanding. But peace never lasts forever. One rainy morning, Ethan woke to find Nora doubled over in pain, clutching her belly. She was going into labor, too early. Panic surged through him as he rushed to call an ambulance, his hands trembling as memories of his wife's final moments flashed before him. But this time he refused to lose another life. The sirens wailed through the streets as Ethan rode beside her, holding her hand tightly. "You're going to be okay," he kept saying, though his voice was breaking. Nora's tears mixed with rain and fear. Hours passed in the hospital waiting room as Ethan prayed silently for someone he barely knew, but had come to care for deeply. Finally, the doctor emerged, his face calm but serious. "She's stable, the baby's premature but strong." Relief washed over Ethan like sunlight breaking through storm clouds. When he saw Nora holding her tiny daughter for the first time, something in him healed, the part of his soul that had been numb for years. She looked up at him, her eyes full of gratitude. "I don't know how to thank you," she whispered. Ethan smiled gently. "You already did. You reminded me that kindness still matters." Days turned into weeks. Nora and her baby, whom she named Hope, stayed with Ethan until she regained her strength. He helped her find a part-time job at a local bookstore, drove her to doctor appointments, and even built a crib for Hope by hand. The small house, once filled with loneliness, was now alive with laughter and the sound of baby giggles. As months passed, people in town began to notice the quiet man who once kept to himself, now smiling again. Some whispered, some judged, but most admired the strange, beautiful friendship between the two. They weren't family by blood, but they were bound by something much stronger, compassion. Then one morning, as sunlight streamed through the curtains, Ethan found a note on the kitchen table. Nora had written, "Ethan, you gave me back my life when I had nothing left. I owe you more than I can ever say. Hope and I are moving to another town where I can build a new start. But please know, you'll always be a part of our story. Thank you for being the kindest man I've ever known." His hands shook as he read the letter. For a moment sadness filled his heart, but then he smiled softly. He walked to the window and looked at the rising sun, the same light that had shone the day he met her. He realized that some people come into our lives not to stay, but to change us forever. Months later, Ethan received a small envelope in the mail. Inside was a photo of baby Hope, now chubby and smiling, dressed in the tiny socks Nora had once knitted by the window. On the back was a short note, "She's walking now. We miss you." Ethan placed the photo on his mantel, beside his late wife's picture, and whispered, "Thank you for reminding me how to live again." He smiled, tears glistening in his eyes, as he stepped outside to greet another day, a kind man reborn by the simple power of compassion. If this story touched your heart, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to Kindness Journal to keep these real, heartwarming stories alive. Your engagement helps spread hope, empathy, and second chances to the world. Special request: before you go, comment below. Kindness changes everything. Let's fill the world with love, one story at a time.